Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers have been feuding all offseason. Kind of about this who has power and who doesn't. Aaron's unhappy. The GM's unhappy with Aaron. And Aaron just didn't show up to the mandatory training camp this past week. I'm going to be going over if Aaron Rodgers would leave the Green Bay Packers and go join another team outside of the NFC North. What would that mean for the dynamic of the NFC North? And that's what we're talking about in this video today. See, I went with the buzz cut for the summer. I'm trying to rock the old school Harrison Smith look. You know, he's got this pretty boy flow going on right now, but I miss the old Harry the Hitman with the buzz. So anyways, just want to keep you guys posted. Thank you guys so much for the support on the channel. Leave a like down below, comment, subscribe to the channel. Best way to help me grow my channel, grow a little Vikings fan base here. Really means a lot when you guys do that. Anyways, I'm going to be talking about what would it mean for Aaron Rodgers and what would it mean for the NFC North. So Aaron Rodgers leaving, what would it mean for the NFC North? Well, let's start off with Green Bay. Where would they rank in the NFC North when it comes to teams? Listen, I think Green Bay has a very good roster top to bottom. I don't think you can really argue that. You know, I don't think, if you take Aaron Rodgers off this Packers team, like they're still going to win games. They still got a ton of talent. They're still going to compete every single week. They have a really good head coach. They are just ran very well. I'm not going to be a salty Vikings fan right now and just bash the Packers. However, the biggest concern about the Packers is Jordan Love. Now, everybody has said you can tell greatness when you see greatness within the first two practices in the NFL when it comes to quarterbacks, and especially rookie quarterbacks. He's been sitting there for a year and a half, and if the Packers were really confident in rolling him out week one and said, God, I cannot wait to see our first round quarterback play, they would. They are not happy with Aaron. But however, they know Aaron means a lot to them, because I think they've realized they messed up on the Jordan Love pick. They don't regret taking Jordan Love. They think that was the right pick, but they thought they were drafting Aaron Rodgers, how he was the predecessor to Brett Favre. They thought Jordan Love was going to be the predecessor for Aaron Rodgers. And the sad truth about Jordan Love is he's not. He's not that guy. And I can sit up here confidently and say that. I'll bang my desk for this. Jordan Love is not that guy, or else this decision for the Packers, it would be much easier. Now, moving on to what this can mean for, let's start with the Detroit Lions. I think this gives the Lions a chance to almost build an identity in the league and build an identity in the division. Because the past 10, 15 years, yes, Green Bay has dominated. They've been the most dominant team, but the Vikings and Bears have at least stepped up. They've at least won a division title or two. They've been to the playoffs and made runs in the playoffs. The Lions have never been there because they've never really had an identity. They got a freak head coach I love him. Honestly, he's very entertaining. They're building the offensive line. They're building this kind of culture of a dog mentality. And if Aaron would leave the division, this would give them a huge kind of season to solidify that. Because maybe instead of winning 4 or 5 games this year, maybe they could sneak up to 7 or 8. And that's the point, is that with Aaron leaving the division, it gives the Lions a chance. Now with the Bears, and then I'll get into the Vikings. The Bears, this is so funny to think about. Over the past 30 years of the NFL, the Chicago Bears actually have a quarterback they are very excited about, and they feel confident in him. And yes, I understand Mitch Trubisky, but on the same time, the Packers don't even know who their quarterback's going to be. That is just a crazy thought that the other 3 teams in the division are kind of happy with their quarterbacks. I mean, we're happy with Kirk. I'm sure the Lions fans are optimistic about Goff, and I know the Bears fans are extremely optimistic about Justin Fields, as they should be. So what would that mean for the Bears? You have a chance to have the best young quarterback in a division where you kind of got, Kirk Cousins. Do we really know if he's going to be in Minnesota for a while? Jared Goff, he might be there for a year or two, but they have a chance to get a quarterback who could run the division for 10 years. And I think if Aaron would leave, that would leave the door wide open for Justin Fields to take over the NFC North. Now, when it comes to Vikes, I think the Vikings, they have a Super Bowl window this year and possibly next. With Aaron leaving the division, I still think the Vikings would make the playoffs this year, regardless if Aaron was in the division or not. However, I think this just makes the process of the Vikings getting to the Super Bowl so much easier. There's a bunch of stats on whether you're a 1 seed and you have the bye or you're a 3 seed and don't. There's differences when it comes to chances of making the Super Bowl. And yes, there are crazy situations with the Buccaneers ripping off 3 straight road victories against Taylor Heineke, Drew Brees, and Aaron Rodgers. That probably won't happen to the Vikes. They don't have a Tom Brady. But the Vikings do have a chance to increase their win total to 12-13. So you're sitting up there and you get to play a couple home playoff games. You may have a bye. And the Vikings, I think they're sitting around. They could either win probably 9 to 13, 14 games this year. That's where I would put them in there. If they just play up to their potential and the talent they have on the roster, it could easily be 12, 13, 14. And if Aaron would leave, it would make me lean more towards a 12, 13, 14 wins because the Vikings have the most talented roster in the division. And at that point, they would have the best quarterback in the division and probably the best head coach in the division going into next season. And yes, I know Justin Fields is a stud, but just going in the next season, he's not going to be better than Kirk Cousins. So I think Aaron Rodgers would just leave the door open, and I think every NFC North team has a chance to be optimistic right now. Leave a like on the video, comment down below. Skol Vikes. Always subscribe to the channel. It means a lot. See you guys next time.